Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Simon Leach. Welcome to my studio. I've just had a firing in my small downdraft propane kiln, and I took the lid off in fact yesterday, so it's not actually hot anymore, but I just thought you might like to join me as we unpack it. Now in here there are a few tests. I don't know what the results are going to be like exactly, but let's have a look. Let's go down there into the top of the kiln where the action is. Now swing this and you'll see how my kiln is, how small it is. There we are. Right, now in the top of the kiln I've got here quite a few of these tea bowls. Now maybe I'll just make an adjustment here to the camera, to the focus, because oh, it's already on the right focus, that's okay. This is a small tea bowl that has been impressed on the outside. Hope you can perhaps see the impressions there. The colour you won't be able to appreciate under this artificial lighting, but that is an almond ash and a local red clay just mixed together, fired up to approximately 1300 degrees centigrade in a reducing atmosphere. Okay, that's that fella. Now I'm not going to dwell on each one, otherwise we're not going to get into the bottom of the kiln. Here is another one of the same. These are all very much the same, these ones here that I'm just... This is one that's the same but it's got felspar in it, that one. This is one that had an impressed shell, just a shell impressed on the outside. It's a fairly shiny glaze and it has a tendency to run. That's because my wood ash is unwashed. If I was to wash the wood ash, it probably would be a little bit more stable. Just a bolt just impressed on the outside of the pot to give that impression type decoration. Quite easy to do. Turned foot. Okay, these ones are like a hakami on the outside, unglazed on the outside, only got a glaze on the inside. Hakami, which is like a white slip put on the outside, which is then left a little bit and then combed through with a very coarse grass brush, which gives that effect. I've then let it dry and have painted on in iron oxide a motif. They were, when it was thoroughly dried, then they've been put into the kiln. These are in fact raw glazed once fired pieces. Those ones. Okay, more of the same here. These are all same idea. Put them there. This fella is, yeah, what was this? Oh, this is red iron slip and white slip alternating like that on the outside. Again, white slip with a simple motif. You notice I emphasize the word simple motif. Simple. Yeah. Decoration on that one. Here we have a small bottle vase with, you know, if you get a vase or something and mix up your glaze, you can then just dip it in like that into the glaze, only just so far, so it leaves a sort of window like that, and then you can then do a decoration in the window. Now this is a glaze. Now I hope you can see this. This is a rather matte glaze, not very shiny. And this was just a clay I dug out of the sea down here on the coast and applied over the pot. I sieved it through a 100 mesh sieve. It was grey in colour and is melted on in this way. Become quite nice. We'll play around with that idea. So, first shelf, let's get the first shelf out. See what is lurking below. By the way, a little tip here, when you're taking shelves out of a kiln, Okay, I've got 3 props here, 2 under there and 1 under here. Sometimes the props stick to the bottom of the shelf. It can happen. So when you lift, you're lifting it out, and suddenly the prop falls. It then fall down on top of the pots that are underneath and maybe chip them. So in order to stop that happening, rock the shelf like that. You see what I'm doing? Okay, and then lift it off. And you'll find that they won't stick if you do that. Right, what have we got down here? Well, a jug. This is my rough, coarse grogged clay body with decorated on the outside there. Another one, same. Okay, what else we got? Salt pig. Some salt pigs. You know what salt pigs are for? Putting your salt in. This is just a simple cylinder, then closed in at the top, and a motifs simply painted on with iron oxide. These are just banded on the bands on the banding wheel, and then this is just with iron oxide, simple motifs, bird and reeds. Alright, what else we got? This is again a cylindrical bottle but rounded on the corner here, narrow neck, flat top, hanging flowers, fruit tree on the back side, maybe an almond tree. Not necessarily an almond tree, but could be an almond tree. Whatever your imagination. Now here's a jug, and you can see done a simple motif decoration there on the sides. Can you see the difference there of colour? That's because where at that point down there in the kiln there was a patch of oxidization. This was a reduction firing, you see, but right there was a change in the atmosphere, and you can see the colour, how it's lighter here. It was more oxidized. Okay, what else? Just a simple squared cylinder. Again, a cylinder that while it's sort of cheese hard, with a paddle the sides. Okay, that's simple to do, but easy to do badly as well. Again, cylinder thrown a bit thicker, cut sided, but only on 4 sides with my cutter, my cheese cutter. Celadon glaze, engraved motifs, and then the bit in between the flats here I've just simply fluted down like that, just to maybe give the feeling of maybe looking at bamboos, or I don't know. Okay, what fun we're having undoing the kiln. Let's take these props out. Now your props, keep the ends of your props clean. If you've got a grindstone, keep them ground off, because they build up with stuff. Now we've got the cone here, you can see the cone. That's actually a cone 9, which is about 1285, I believe, centigrade. Well, you can see it's well over. What's this? One colour more here. Small bottle, thrown round, but then paddled, you see, on both sides. White slip background, then painted over with an iron oxide and some little red dots. Basically it's not sort of glazed on the outside really, it's a sort of matte. Only got glaze on the inside, just over there. Trimmed foot. that's okay, quite good, quite pleased with that. Now let's rock the shelf. Rock around the clock. Take out that. Another thing, backwash your shelves, and I've got a mixture here. This is china clay and alumina, and I sort of mix it up. I think it's something like 60 or 70% china clay and sort of 30% alumina. I paint it on the shelves to, in case pots are going to stick. Now down the bottom of the kiln here I've got some GP bowls. Now the bottom of the kiln is looking a little bit oxidised actually. These are my ordinary cereal bowls. Celadon glaze. These are my regular. You see the rolled rim, you see how round they are? The rolled rim keeps them nice and round, doesn't it? One more down here. Little jug, a little bit oxidised on one side there. Okay. La la la. Little pot there, little fluted effort. A cylinder with some scratched design. Well, that didn't really work out, did it? That was just had some white slip that I scratched through, but there wasn't enough thickness of white slip, and it doesn't really, and because it's oxidised, it hasn't really come out. Doesn't show itself very well. Never mind. It's all a learning experience, you see. You'll always get a few pots in the kiln which are you've got to learn. They're the learning ones. Now this is quite nice. This is yeah, it's my regular clay body with a celadon glaze impressed decoration. This is a cylinder, but if you notice, I hope you can, it's just going in very subtly at the top, and just going in there. There's a slight sort of curve at the top and the bottom. It gives it a very slightly different feel, which I find pleasing. I like that. Simple. Simple. Yeah, but simple is good. Nothing wrong with simple. You probably hear me say the word simple many times. Oops. Okay, well that's empty now down there, you see. That's ready to be cleaned up and ready for another pack. Well, Simon Leach here. Hope you've enjoyed that little experience together, all of us, undoing the kiln. I hope it's inspired you. Okay, we'll see you. Keep practicing.